I just want to take a moment to address what seems to be an ongoing thing that keeps resurfacing. And I know people are sincere and well intentioned, but are not aware of what I would label as constant attacks against the Word of God. So, someone sent me a nice video, and it's titled "The Complete Ethiopian Bible Offers an Unparalleled Journey into One of Christianity's Oldest Traditions." So I get it. I get that the fascination with African origins. We know that Africa is the civilization of, or the cradle of civilization, the cradle of society. We know things that happened with the slave Bible and the truth being kept from us, even though I could argue that the Bible in its entirety in purity is powerful, which is why we were only given bits and pieces of it. That they knew, or the oppressors knew, that slaves could not be entrusted with the entire Bible, because the entire Bible does not propagate what was taught in the slave Bible. So I digress, but and obviously the entire counsel of the Word of God does not propagate what the edited slave Bible does. And there are other additions. Thomas Jefferson had a Bible not related to slavery, but where he took out anything that was supernatural. He stuck to what he called the rational parts of it, and he, formulated his own edition. But again, the same method over and over again. So real quick, getting back to the Ethiopian Bible, here's what my commentary would be in a nutshell. So I'm intrigued due to my intellectual curiosity, but simply saying Apocrypha raises all kinds of flags for me. I also had the privilege of visiting the Bible Museum in DC and saw the Ethiopian, Coptic, and plethora of other Bibles. But in short, when folks delve into apocryphal writings, the underlying message is the Bible we have is either inadequate, insufficient, or incomplete. The word is constantly under attack, and contrary to our common belief, our canon was not and is not the result of some council during which the church fathers voted. It's much more deeper and much more significant than that. So for the record, I'm not challenging the origin of Christianity and or the Bible or the rich history of Africa, or how Europe did or does what Europe did or does. But in short, many of the things, meaning the themes, etc., that are promoted, propagated, and the extra biblical writings are simply anti-biblical. There are some themes in the books listed that say Satan was simply misunderstood and he was really good. Stories in other texts that speak of Jesus torturing or bullying other kids when he was a kid. In other words, using his divine abilities for evil. The list goes on. Just citing a couple of examples of why I say what I say, why my antennas go off or why flags go up when I see people latching on to text that goes beyond what we have as our 66 books and our canon. And again, this goes deeper than Europe. This goes deeper than white man. This goes deeper than councils, and they're trying to vote and establish what's the Word of God. There's a much more involved process by which we got the Bible, what books were recognized as authentic or authoritative versus what books were good for reading, but not necessarily seen as written by God or given by God. So hopefully this helps. We'll hopefully have more to talk about later.